We are back with the brand new video. What is good, Heat Nation? In today's video, we're going to be talking about a rumor that has kind of been floating around for a little bit of time. It was floating around for like last month. Now it's back. I don't really understand why this rumor is going around, but we're going to address it. Russell Westbrook to the Miami Heat has been rumored for a little while now, and I'm going to be talking about whether that's a good fit, whether that's not a good fit, what we should do, with Kyle Lowry, because apparently, the Lakers would be willing to take him and Duncan Robinson for Russell Westbrook and the 2 picks. I don't know. We'll talk about this Russell Westbrook situation. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Check out my second channel and my Twitter, which will be in the description. Let's get right into it, man. So the big question is, should the Miami Heat trade for Russell Westbrook? My answer is a resounding no. I do not want Russell Westbrook anywhere near my team. Please, keep him away. No disrespect to Russ. He's a Hall of Famer, but he's just not what we need right now. Another ball-dominant player who cannot shoot is exactly what we do not need. And I just cannot imagine how Russ, Jimmy, and Bam would work. None of them shoot the long ball. It just would be terrible. And Russ cannot play defense. So keep Russ as far away from the Heat as possible, please. I do not want Russell Westbrook near my team. Again, this is no disrespect to Russ, but the Heat is just not what we just do not need Russell Westbrook right now. We need some scoring, or we need some defense. Russell Westbrook at this stage of his career does not provide either of those. He provides, tenacity as far as driving to the rim and finishing, but we already have enough of that right now. We need some three-point shot making. We need some defense. We need some bucket getters, and Russell Westbrook is not any of those at this stage of his career. So I just want to make that clear. I do not want Russell Westbrook near my team. I don't really understand anyone that does want Russell Westbrook with the Heat. I get it. They could fix his career. They've done it with so many players, but we just do not have the time to focus on fixing up one player's career when we're trying to contend for a championship. He would not even be our first, second, or third best player if we traded for him. So the thing about Russell Westbrook is, I think that his situation, a lot of it is not his fault. The situation that he was traded to, we all kind of expected. I think almost every NBA fan expected, unless you were a Lakers fan, I think almost everyone expected the trade for Russell Westbrook not to work, because everyone was like, how is it going to work with LeBron and AD, blah blah blah. And I think Lakers fans are like, oh, LeBron will figure it out. He'll find a way. It does not work like that. It does not work like that. And we've seen that Russell Westbrook, his first season has been an absolute disaster with the Lakers. Now, the thing about Russ is he needs a team where he is the focal point, where he is the go-to guy, and where he is dictating how the game is played. When you put him next to a LeBron, when you put him next to an AD, when you are thinking of putting him next to a Jimmy or a Bam, he does not become the main guy. He becomes a complementary piece, and he is one of the worst complementary pieces in the NBA. And the reason is, number one, the glaring reason is his jump shot. He cannot, he used to be a good mid-range shooter. He's lost that. Three-point shots have never been his thing. And when you put him off the ball, it just does not work with Russell Westbrook for obvious reasons. His jump shot is just way too suspect and inconsistent. I'm sure we've all seen the clips where he's hitting the side of the backboard, the top of the backboard, airballing completely. It's just not a strength of his. His strength is driving and finishing at the rim. And that's why I think the Heat would be a terrible fit for him, because it would kind of just be like the Lakers again, where Jimmy has the ball, Bam will have the ball, even Tyler will have the ball. It's like he's going to get lost in the shuffle, and it's not like he's doing anything on the other end of the floor. He's not playing incredible defense. His defense has fallen off a massive cliff since the OKC days. Now I understand he wasn't like an all-NBA defender in the OKC days, but at least he gave effort, and I think a lot of that could probably be due to the fact that he probably doesn't like his situation. But you can argue that if he comes to the Heat, he's not going to like his situation either, because like I said, it's very similar to playing for the Lakers, because you're not going to be playing on the ball a whole lot. So the defensive side of the ball is a big question mark with him. Offensively, putting him off the ball would just not work. Another reason why is because he does not move off the ball. This has been a problem with Russell Westbrook of mine for his entire career. Him and James Harden both, like when they do not have the ball, they just stand there. There's like very little cutting or movement from either of them. And like they're very like heliocentric players. Like they cannot really play well without the ball because I mean James Harden can, but because he can shoot the ball a little bit. But Russell Westbrook cannot because he cannot shoot the ball and he does not move without the ball. He just stands in the same place, and it's like very frustrating to see. So it's just not going to work out. It's going to be an absolute disaster if we trade for Russell Westbrook. Now listen, like I know like a lot of people just want something at this point. Like I've seen people, when the Sixers signed Montrezl Harrell, a lot of Heat fans were like, yo, like we're sleeping right now. Like this team doesn't know what to do. Pat Riley has to retire. Listen, like I get you guys want to sign somebody because it's free agency. We haven't signed anybody. We don't have that buzz. We don't have the excitement because our team is basically the same apart from a few rookies. But like we just cannot just go out and sign anybody. Like we have, like I would agree if this was like Donovan Mitchell you're talking about. Montrezl Harrell does not really make a big difference to our team. Him and Bam starting together would be atrocious. He cannot shoot the ball past 5 or 10 feet, and his defense is not the best either. Like Montrezl Harrell he's a very high energy player as far as rolling to the rim, offensive rebounds, but he cannot defend and he cannot shoot the ball. Him and Bam would be an atrocious fit. So like it's one thing to say you want the Heat to sign, you know, a player or trade for a player, but you can't just, you know, be like, oh my God, like the Sixers got Montrezl Harrell, it's over. Like, nah, that's not how it works. But yeah, I'm coming back to the Russ thing though. I just don't think it's gonna like work out. Like I think the best situation for the Lakers is to trade him to one of these young rebuilding or these teams that are not really contending, like the Pacers or the Jazz. I've even seen a trade where like with the Knicks where like I think they get Julius Randle, Evan Fournier. But the Lakers are just gonna have to, you know, cough up those 2 first-round picks. I think that's been the holdup as to why a deal has not been done for Russell Westbrook yet, is because they only are willing to give up 1 pick and not the 2nd pick. So, you know, if they keep Russell Westbrook on their squad, I just don't really see how it's gonna work out again. Like, I know people are hoping for a bounce-back year, but it's just not going to work out because Russell Westbrook just clearly does not fit with that team, and it's just going to be an atrocious fit. So if you're the Lakers, you should just want him. You should be okay with giving up those 2 first-round picks for guys that can help you win right now. Like if the Lakers traded for a Buddy Hield and a Miles Turner, like I would be very impressed with their team, because that team would be a championship contender in my eyes. Right now, they're not a contender. They just missed the play-in. But getting serviceable pieces for Russell Westbrook that can help them win now, some shooting and Buddy Hield, even if they go with the Jazz package, they get Clarkson, Bogdanovich, Conley, like those are very, very good pieces. So yeah, I mean, but if I'm the Heat, I'm staying away from Russ. I just do not want Russ on my team. If I'm the Heat, I'm looking to upgrade the power forward position. That's like my main priority now. The stars are off the market. You need to upgrade the 4 position. Now, there are some options out there. Jay Crowder is an option. Bojan Bogdanovic is an option. I really like the fit of Bojan Bogdanovic. I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of people want Jay Crowder because of the defense. I know Bojan's not the best defender, but Bojan is like, I don't think Bojan's a liability on defense. Like a lot of people think he is. I don't know why, but Bojan's not a bad defender. He's just not as good of a defender as like Jay Crowder or PJ Tucker. So it would be tougher to play that switching defense with him, like, you know, guarding a guard, because he's not the fastest on his feet. But offensively, I think he's like light years ahead of Jay Crowder. I think Jay Crowder is a good spot up shooter, and I think a lot of people, it's a misconception that people think Bogdanovic is just a spot up shooter. He's not. Like this guy can score and create his own shot at times. Like he averaged 18 points per game, and I think that goes very unnoticed. And if he was to be traded to our team, it would kind of be like Gallinari, like when we were linked to Gallinari in 2020. We did end up getting Jay Crowder, if I'm not mistaken, because Gallinari, like it would have been like a trade and like a sign and trade, or it would have been something like that, and he was like not agreeable to like one of the terms. I don't know the exact details, but I think Bogdanovic at this stage, like he's a better defender than Gallinari ever was. Offensively, this guy just gave you 18. Like I would love Bogdanovic on our squad. He's just a competitor, and he's not gonna like get up in your face and all that stuff like Jay Crowder, but he's a very competitive player. He would definitely fit the culture, in my opinion. You know, and he's a very skilled offensive player, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really like his skill set. So I would say, like, go after Bogdanovic. If you can't get Bogdanovic, Jay Crowder would not be a bad number 2, like, as a fallback plan. But if I'm the Heat, I would be trying to get Bogdanovic because I think he's the best 4 available. I know, like, Harrison Barnes, ideally he would be my 4, but I just don't see the Kings trying to trade him. Like, the Kings apparently are trying to push for a playoff spot. They're not going to trade Harrison Barnes. John Collins seems kind of dead. Miles Turner could be an option, but I just don't see the Heat moving Bam to the 4. I think Bam's going to be the center, so I just don't see the Miles Turner thing happening. And then, like, you're just, at this point, you're just running out of options for power forwards. And there's really, like, 2 that are prominently on the market right now, which are Bogdanovic and Jay Crowder. So I would go after Bogdanovic first, and then if you cannot get Bogdanovic, go for Jay Crowder. But I think the power forward situation is what needs to be addressed, not Russell Westbrook. Please do not bring Russell Westbrook to the Heat. He'll be a worse, you know, it would be worse than what Kyle Lowry did for us. And Kyle Lowry didn't have the best season. You can stick with Lowry. I believe Lowry's going to have a bounce back year because he's in tremendous shape. And yeah, that's all I have to say, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. I'll see y'all later as always. Peace.